What's up, guys? David McCabe, transformation specialist at Transform Fitness here. I have Kate Blake here. Kate, thank you very much for joining us today.
Hi, Dave. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, Kate. And how are you?
I'm good. I'm great.
You look full of energy.
I am. I am. Despite
Good to
everything.
see. It's really good to see. What did you struggle with before coming to Transform Fitness, whether it was the one-to-ones or whether just before you started the 12 weeks online?
Yeah, so it's actually 2 years ago, which is hard to believe.
Mad.
So 2 years ago, my youngest was just a year and a half. I have two kids, and I maybe dabbled a bit with running prior to having the kids. I would have been in the gym doing probably 40k a week of running with my husband. But then the kids came along and everything changed, and between work and family life, I felt there was no time for it. So Ollie had started doing classes with you guys, and I was interested from a distance, half terrified that he'd suggest that I'd go with him or something like that. But he'd gotten to know you and Claire, and he said, look, why don't you go down and have a chat with them some Saturday morning? And I, honest to God, I nearly didn't go that Saturday morning, Dave. I couldn't even figure out what to wear to go have a conversation with you. I was just, and I said it to you that I don't even think that I'm maybe 4 or 5 pounds heavier than I was before I had the kids, but I feel so large and squidgy and soft and old, and just not myself, that I'd lost myself somewhere. And we did the assessment, and he said, look, we can do one PT session a week. And I was kind of looking at you going, this isn't going to, I'm not going to be able to do it, because I could see what was happening behind you through the doors.
Yes.
I'm not going to be able to do it. And like one session a week is not going to make a difference. So I got my nutrition plan and I started PT. And after a month, I was a different person. Just a different person completely. And not even the person I was before I had the kids, because I'm never going to be that 20-something-year-old again. But my shape changed. My energy levels went through the roof. My back wasn't hurting me as much as it was before. And I just really loved my session on a Saturday morning. Didn't mind at 7 o'clock. Well, look, to be honest, I was up anyway. But it was nice to step away from the kids and say, see you later, and come back an hour later feeling like a new woman. I loved it. And actually, I had gone to somebody else, and I just didn't like their style. Yeah. And then they were trying to get me a time. And then one day I got a message to say, I sent you a text about a time. You haven't replied to me. I have people who genuinely want to use my slots, and you haven't replied to me. And I was like, hold on, I never got that text message. And I apologized, but they kept going on that, well, no, you did. I sent it to you. I just thought, oh, that's not a great start. I went in, I chatted to yourself, and it was just a chat. There was no, you're a big guy, Dave. There was no standing there, bursting biceps, beating your chest, going, come on, do 50 more. There was none of that. And I just felt right at home. My first workout with Claire, I went home and I just sat and I felt very, very sad, because I was very, very shook up and I was sore after it. And I'm back in the following week going, this is probably going to be my last session, because it hurt too much last week, and this is going to be the same again. And it was a completely different workout. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll go next week and then I'll realize that's not for me. But it was different again. It's just so varied. And I loved it. I loved the workouts, and I missed the gym, but the home workouts, they worked for me at the time, because you need no equipment. You know exactly the length of time is involved in 2 of the 5 at least, so you can schedule them in when you want to. And I always thought of it as, if I put in a meeting this afternoon with somebody, I wouldn't just not show up for them. I would show up. That'd be rude not to. So show up for myself. And that's just how I looked at it.
You trained with us and you were doing one-to-ones and you were doing a single session on a Saturday morning. And from there, then we went into lockdown at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what made you decide to go with the 12 weeks online.
Yeah, so with the lockdown, I was doing my home workouts, and we'd have our check-in calls every Friday, and you'd say to me, should we do a nutrition plan, Kate? And I was like, no, there's no need to do a nutrition plan, it's fine. And honestly, that was because myself and Ollie were both working from home, trying our best. My job was quite stressful given the role that I have in the company. We had the 2 kids at home, and honestly, by the time we got to sit down on the couch at 9:30, 10 o'clock, I wanted that cup of tea, and I wanted to have the chocolate, or I wanted to have the glass of wine. So having a nutrition plan wasn't of interest to me. But even though I was working out, and I was definitely getting stronger in my arms and my legs, where I carry my weight is right in the middle. So I just felt barrelly. That's the only way I can describe it. I just had It's like a barrel at the front. So clothes weren't comfortable. I knew I was slopping around the house in t-shirt and tracksuit bottoms because all of my calls were from here up. All my meetings were just this much of me. Um, but I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't happy. Clothes were starting to hurt me. My back was starting to ache again. And I seen the, I think you posted about needing 10 men to do the TF, the hard. And I was like, oh, sure, I couldn't do that anyway. And then Claire put up her post, and branding like Who Runs the World girls will always get me anyway. But I just thought, God, maybe I could do this. Maybe I could give it a shot. And Ollie had done it before, so I had seen that it wasn't, kale smoothies and all this crazy food either. And I'd always ask him about his workouts. I'm like, I've done them, or I could do that, or I've done that before. And on a complete whim, I messaged Claire saying, I think I'm going to do it. I'm not brave enough to put a comment on your Facebook post, but I'll message you to say, expecting her to go, no, Kate, you're 40. No, this isn't for you.
Wow.
Honestly. And then I'd be like, okay, well, fair enough. She's right. I can't do it. But she didn't. She didn't say that.
No.
She said, you're going to be more than fit for it. I'm delighted. I'll send you through the details. And then my hands started to shake and I put the phone away. And I said it to my husband. I was like, I think I've just said I'll do the 12 weeks with Claire. And he didn't flinch. He was like, oh yeah, brilliant, you should. So I had no choice then. Yeah, I never thought I'd be able to do 12 weeks. But it's so doable. The plan, there's basics to the plan, and you follow the plan and it works.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
I know that you were saying that you found it like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able for this.
Yeah.
And said it to Ollie that, I'm doing it, I'm doing the plan. And your husband said, oh yeah, fair play to you, well done.
Yeah.
Did you find that was the response that you were looking for?
There's probably a little part of me going, oh, hold on, we won't have time for that. And like, it's 12 weeks, like that's 3 months. Are you sure you're going to be able for it? But no, he didn't flinch. So all of my opportunities for someone to say to me, that's not what you should be doing, vanished. So I was in. I was committed. I had no way of pulling out now.
From there, like Claire would have set up your nutrition plan just before you started, and then straight into week 1. How did you feel starting week 1 of the 12 weeks hard online?
I was excited because I was feeling really miserable in myself.
Right.
And I felt that even though I was working out and I knew that I was stronger and that, my push-ups had moved from just off my knees to being more inclined, I knew I was stronger, but I wasn't feeling the benefits of it. When you open the wardrobe and go, oh, I can't wear this, can't wear that, you don't feel great by the fact that my arms look a bit stronger. I wanted to be able to wear my clothes.
Yes.
So I was excited. I was really excited. And Claire, she was doing it. There was a group of us on the messenger. Everybody was motivated to do it. So I was like, bring it on. And you have all the information up front. So I knew there was 5 workouts a week. I knew I had to schedule them in. You get your nutrition plan. You look at it and you're like, I'm not going to be hungry, that's for sure. I just need to be organized. So it's all there. There's no surprises. It's all there. You can organize yourself to do it.
You're a mom, but you're a working mom. Your husband works, and you've 2 young kids.
Yeah.
Did you find that it was a thing where I feel really guilty about taking 45 minutes to do my workout every 5 days or for the 5 days in the week? Did you have that guilt, or was there a thing where it was like, listen, I need to do this. This is for me, and once I'm finished it, this is the way I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah. Look, I'm really lucky. Ollie'll have this on record now, but he's brilliant. He's just as involved with the boys as I am. So I suppose that hurdle was surmounted already. But we've talked about this before, and it's just as important for our boys to see that, that's Mam's time now, and Dad will be going for his workout later, and that's just how it works for Mum and Dad. But there were times where you're kind of thinking, okay, I'll get a workout in now. Yeah, I'll do it now. And then Ollie's kind of thinking, I might get the lawns mowed. And you're in the middle of a workout and there's a 2-year-old deciding, or 3-year-old, 3.5, to sit on you as you're trying to do a crunch or something. And you're thinking, okay, well, I actually didn't organize that well enough because we were completely on different pages. Whereas I should have said, give me 40 minutes, I can have my workout done. And then you can be out mowing the lawns and I can be getting the dinner ready. So look, our pillow talk isn't very exciting when we're trying to organize our diary this way, because Ollie's doing his program now as well. So you just have to know when it's their time and when it's your time. And plus you get with the app was a game changer completely. So I get my workout. So by Sunday evening I could sit down and say, okay, well there's 2 timed ones. That's 35 minutes. So I'll definitely put that in on Tuesday night because that's bath night. So that's quick. Or there's a longer one. So I'll do that maybe on Wednesday night because, we'll set them up with something and they'll be distracted. Or Ollie's not in the gym that night, so he has the kids. So you just move them around to work. And the days that you don't actually have those conversations, that they don't work and it gets frustrating, but you just have to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just put in the time. Did I have guilt? No, because I had more energy for the kids. A lot of the time they were getting stuck in as well. So put on a good playlist with some banging tunes and they're dancing around beside you. So and look, there were times when I'd be doing drills in the middle of the kitchen, so I could keep an eye on them and get the workout done as well. But that's just how it is. But the nights where you had the time, you just enjoyed it, and maybe took longer to get those 50 reps done because you had more time to yourself.
Yes.
Again, don't judge me.
What I'm going to do now, Kate, is that if you don't mind me telling the people like what had happened to you while you done the 12 weeks.
Yes.
Because people are going to be shocked at this now. Obviously, people have not seen your before and afters just yet. But to tell the people your results in terms of weight loss, it's only been 3 pounds.
Yeah, I can't believe that. It's only been 3 pounds.
And you thought that it was easily 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So even though now when people see Kate's before and afters, you'll understand what we're talking about. Kate's shape has completely changed. And you would agree, Kate, yes?
Unreal. Yeah.
Yeah. So can I ask then, from you going, oh, I need to lose weight, to, oh my God, I've lost no weight in essence, but my shape has completely changed. Like, can you let the people know, and myself, like, what did you feel like you've achieved in the 12 weeks?
I had no idea that I had only lost 3 pounds because it actually became not about that anymore. And it's really strange that at the start you kind of reading what the benefits you can get from the program is, like lose up to a stone, like, yeah, that'd be great, super. And then there's other benefits, but you're like, well, no, if I lose the stone, I'll be happy. I don't know at what point it became less about the pounds going down for me. Like me and Claire would have conversations about, look at my back in this picture and in this picture, or, look at my shoulders. It was more about what I was gaining than what I was losing. And that I would never, ever have thought that was going to be one of the things that I would be saying is so brilliant about the program. If I thought I did 12 weeks of working out and sticking to a nutrition plan and lost 3 pounds, I'm like, are you kidding me? But I don't feel like I've only just lost 3 pounds. I'm back in my clothes. I'm back in jeans that I got after I had George 6 years ago. I'm just much more comfortable, and I'm stronger, and I'm not in bother with my back. And yeah, I can't believe my shape. I've got abs, little ones, but I'm 40 and I've never had abs before. And that's all with just working out at home with an exercise mat and 2 bottles of water. That's my equipment.
Yeah. You forgot one big thing. You were actually able to do full push-ups.
I can do a few full push-ups, but they're mine and I can do them. So yeah, my arms will start to shake after about 3 full push-ups, but I never ever thought, and I was getting stronger for sure before I did the 12 weeks. I remember saying it to you, I think, that I want to get a full push-up before this lockdown is over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can. I'll be taking on no challenges any day soon, but I can do it.
Would you have the weight lost and no shape, or shape and weight a little bit gone or gained?
Oh, definitely this. So 3 pounds on the shape I have now. That sounds so arrogant.
I know.
But I'm just happy in my shape, and that I can go to the wardrobe and say, oh, actually, I might wear that today. Because before I was looking for the comfortable option, and that does something horrible to your inside at 40 years of age, going, oh, shall I just go for the elasticated weight on those trousers because that'll be much more comfortable. And just, I mean, the days where the guys here would say, can you come into the office tomorrow for that meeting? I'd be like, yeah, sure. Thinking, what will I wear? What will I have to wear? which that does get in on you as well. You like to be able to go to your wardrobe and pick out something to wear and feel good in what you're wearing. So without a doubt, if I had gotten the insight and had the option, I would have picked 3 pounds and stronger and leaner and fitter. And that's exactly what I got. That's exactly what the 12 weeks gave to me.
Yeah. And do you find that you're now more confident in yourself since the plan?
Yeah, I'm never going to be hugely confident. And I think Ollie will tell you that as well. But I am, yeah, for sure. For sure I am.
Good.
Yeah.
What have you learned from the experience?
I never thought I'd be able to do the 12-week plan. I just thought it was going to be too long, too repetitive. I'd lose interest halfway. And I'd have wasted the money as well. But I genuinely can't believe that I did it. There was some of those exercises that would come up and I'd be like, oh, come on, are you kidding me? Like, I just can't do them. It doesn't mean that I enjoyed them, but I did them. Burpees, for example. They should be outlawed. But yeah, it's amazing how your strength will build up. You know, where you look at it now and you're like, oh, 45 seconds of jump squats, grand. Where that would have put the fear of God through me a few weeks ago. And even, I know people like for home workouts, those timed ones, especially when you have kids, you're like, okay, well, it's 40 minutes. So I'll start now, I'll have it done before they even notice I'm gone. But the nights where you have the repetition ones, I used to just kind of give in to those ones and say, well, let's see how many I can do without stopping this week compared to last week. So whether it was a push-up or, you know, shoulder taps or something. So I have an idea how much I could do before the legs had to hit the floor. I was like, okay, no, I can't do any more. And try and push myself. Or if there was rounds of it, I'd say, well, I did maybe 18 the last time. So I wonder, can I do 20 this time? And just set little challenges for myself that way. The app, you put in a comment and next thing you know, Claire is straight back there messaging you, telling you to up, or that's the first time you've done 50. She's unbelievable. The support you get from Claire is unreal.
Yeah, like the accountability through the app, even online, is amazing.
Yeah,
it's very good.
So don't tell me the answer, but I assume that when I hit start workout, that you and Claire are like, let's see how long it takes her to do this one. Don't tell me the answer.
We have multiple phones and multiple apps open, and we were seeing how everybody takes. Yeah, that's what we do.
Like in an airport of everybody.
Yeah. Exactly like an airport. Yeah. Now she's starting now. Yeah. What advice would you give people? Because we get messages nearly every day about the 12 weeks online and how much it is, and is it hard? Is it for beginners? Is it this? Is it that? Blah blah blah. What advice would you give people that's sitting on the fence about doing the 12 weeks hard online, which you're just after doing, or one-to-ones?
Yeah. I think, is it hard? Is it easy? Is it intermediate? It's for you. So you design a plan actually for me. So the plan you give to Ollie or to any other person is going to be different. So it's not just you're this age, so you get this plan. I could recognize myself in the plan almost, and it's very flexible. So, you know, if I'm on the call with Claire and I'm like, well, there was the kid's birthday party this week and I had a bit of cake, she's like, of course you did, it was your kid's birthday party. You know, it's flexible. It's supposed to work for the duration as opposed to be intense and impossible to sustain. I probably was a little bit put off by seeing people's transformations and I'm like, I can't achieve that. I mean, that person went from that to chiseled abs. I'm never going to achieve that. But who cares what you achieve? Once you achieve something that makes you feel better. Would I go back to who I was and how I felt at the end of May? Nope, no way. It's you will work hard, you will not be hungry, and you will find the time. I mean, think about how much time we spend scrolling on our phones mindlessly. You could have a whole workout done. Honestly, there's better ways to spend your time, and it's just. I think the support is unbelievable as well in terms of those weekly check-in phone calls. But I mean, I should take a break during my 12 weeks. I should take a break because I had small surgery, and even going back to exercise after that, I was really, really nervous. But Claire was completely supportive. What do you think you can do? What are you a little bit more nervous about? And would check in with me twice a week then when I was back exercising. So you won't be on your own. You won't be sent off for 12 weeks and told to report back. You'll never regret doing it. You gain more than you will lose, like I have done. But definitely go for it.
Is there anything that you would like to say to everybody before you leave?
I think if you do the basics, drink your water, follow your plan. If you get 5 workouts a week, do your 5 workouts a week. And for mums in particular, it shouldn't be about guilt, not at all. If you're happier, then you're going to be given a hell of a lot more to give to your family as well. So prioritize yourself. What's wrong in that? For a half an hour a day, 5 days a week, no excuses. Go and do it. You won't regret it. Honestly, you won't regret it.
Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to chat to me. And thank you very much for doing the 12 weeks online with us.
Thank you. It's been brilliant. Thanks a million.
Right, guys, I've been David McCabe. This has been Kate Blake, and we are gone. See ya.
Bye-bye.